What's up guys, Daniel Ndukwu here again, back at it like a crack addict. So in this video, I'm going to share month 3 in our affiliate marketing case study. So if you've not caught month 1 and month 2, you can check out the playlist up above and get caught up on all those things. So I discussed a lot of things in those previous videos about our whole setup, what we're trying to accomplish, etc., etc. So I'm not going to go back over them in this particular video. In this video, I'm going to be sharing our traffic, our site authority, our general progress, our expenses, the strategies we're implementing, and of course, a bit of our income. You know, I said I wasn't going to share too much about our income before we hit the $1,000 a month mark or we hit a certain visitor threshold. So we haven't hit those yet, so I'm not going to show too much about our actual income, but I will show you a sneak peek to let you know what you can expect after 3 months of SEO focused affiliate marketing.
So let me give you a major key.
Now, before that, if you're new here, I want you to consider subscribing to the channel. Now, why? I go through a lot of experiments with the different make money online strategies and techniques that are being touted on YouTube and elsewhere. I've done one on online surveys, I've done one on Fiverr, and I've been continuously doing this one on affiliate marketing. So no holds barred. I share everything, both the good, the bad, the wins, the fails. And I'm currently doing a case study on Skillshare. I've uploaded my first class, and over the course of the next few weeks and months, I'll upload a few more classes, and then I'll give you a report on how much I've actually made and how much you can also expect to make with Skillshare. So if that sounds interesting to you, make sure you subscribe to the channel and consider liking this video. All right, let's dive into the affiliate marketing case study. First things first, let's look at the traffic numbers over the past few days, or the past 30 days as a matter of fact. So this is our Google Analytics account, and what I've done here, I've selected from May 15th to June 15th and compared it against April 13th to May 14th. That's roughly 30-day increments, and as you can see here, we've had an increase in visitors from 269 visitors a month to 517 visitors a month, which just goes to show you that what we're doing happens to be working. It's actually going pretty well for us. And organic search by far is our major traffic driver. And it increased by 171% alone. And then the rest of them make up the remainder of the difference that we experienced over the last few months. Now let's look at page views. Between May 15th and June 15th, we had 868 page views, which is up roughly 50% versus 587 page views. So what that's telling me is that although we're getting more visitors, they're more targeted because we're creating more articles and they're starting to rank. So those visitors are interested in specific things and they're not actually going through the site as much as I would like. So something we can do to, change that is to improve our internal linking structure. So I blurred out the actual post for competitive reasons. But as you can see here, one of our articles is getting 280 visits in a month versus 34 because it increased in rankings based on those links that we've been building. And funny enough, we didn't actually build so many links to this post. I think it's like 1 or 2. It's a direct review article. But the thing is that we've been building links all across the site. So that overall authority has gone up and Google is now starting to understand the kind of website we are, what we deal with. So it's getting much easier for us to rank our articles. Once we publish them, they're indexing them pretty quickly and they're giving them favorable positions in the SERPs without much effort on our part. So that if we build just 1 or 2 links to these direct review posts that have high buyer intent, low search volume, and relatively low competition, we're able to rank on the first page pretty easily within about 4 weeks. So our average time on page went down a little bit, down 11%, and then our bounce rate went up a bit. Now, again, I think this is because we're getting more pages to rank, and we may not be doing as good a job as we could on interlinking. So that's something that I've actually already put on our to-do list. I'm going to go through and interlink those posts so that people, once they read a specific piece of content, maybe a review, maybe I'll send them to an informational article, or maybe I'll send them to a competitive piece of software so they can get an unbiased opinion of that as well. On a side note, we've been getting a lot of inquiries for people who want us to write positive reviews for them, and we basically flat out refuse because we don't actually write positive reviews. We try and do our best to write unbiased reviews based on the product itself, so we don't really entertain those kind of emails. But we do have an editorial calendar. So if someone reaches out to us and wants us to write a review for them and it's not on our editorial calendar, we will consider writing an honest review for a fee. Now, we tell them up front that there's no guarantee that this review will be positive. Whatever you see is what you got to take, and the fee is non-refundable. So that's something to consider when you're building out an affiliate website. You can get people to pay you for reviews. Just be honest with them up front that they can't influence the review itself, that is going to be honest, and this is what you're doing on a daily basis. This is what you do to make a living. So if you lose the trust of your visitors, then there's no going back. Now let's look at the results of some of our marketing efforts, specifically link building and organic traffic, as put out by one tool that we're using called Ahrefs. Now again, Ahrefs, as I mentioned before, and I'll continue to mention, Ahrefs is a paid tool. The starting entry-level plan is $99 a month. Now this is not a must. It is not required. It's just a tool that we use because, well, it works and it helps us get those that competitive advantage, so to speak. So this website is actually doing very well. This is not typical to see a domain rating of 37 with only 57 referring domains. So if you don't see results like that, I don't want you to be discouraged. It's just that we've been able to get some really good, really strong backlinks to this website. So as you can see, 57 referring domains, 571 organic keywords, and 179 organic traffic. Now, if you remember, our organic search was actually 413 this month, but Ahrefs is saying 179. The best thing is that use this as kind of like a proxy for both search traffic numbers and the organic traffic that you're already getting, but nothing is better than your own analytics that has direct access to your website. So they say the organic traffic value is $63. I can't really argue with that, but of course it's not accurate because they don't know the exact amount of organic traffic that we're getting. Our referring domains, they've been going up and to the right. So we got our first referring domain on like in the beginning of March or so. And so March, April, May, June, just 3 months in, guys. So we have 57 referring domains. And as I mentioned before, we're taking it slow and steady with this site right now because we do not want to, load it up with like 500 links in 3 months and get a Google slap because we're doing too much too fast. Now, I know that some brands have been able to do that, but I'm not willing to take that risk. So we're going slow and steady until we get to 100 referring domains. Then you're going to see us really pick up the pace about building those links. So let's look at organic search traffic. According to them, it's 178, 179 a month. And as you can see, we really got a spike throughout June. It really jumped up according to Ahrefs. And that's what we're going to continue seeing. And I don't know if you remember in my other videos, I said that we put a target of 30 to 50% increase every month. And we're actually hitting that target. So there was actually a 92% increase, which is almost 100%. Now, once we start getting larger traffic numbers, it won't be possible to increase our traffic that much. But another benefit is that we will be able to rank more competitive, higher volume keywords that maybe they're not conversion focused, but they're really great for building that authority, building that brand awareness, and generating links naturally. Instead of like for now, we're actually going out there and we're building almost every single link that we're getting. Now let's take a look at a bit of the affiliate revenue that we've produced this month. Now, as I mentioned, I'm not really going to reveal everything until we hit at least $1,000 a month, which should happen in the next few months, before 6 months, fingers crossed. And so this is just kind of like a preview. So this is one of our affiliate partners. We've been promoting them for about, let me say, a month or so. And we've produced a grand total of $22 from them. And then we have another affiliate partner that's producing a little bit of revenue for us. So it's just under $100. So it's not much, but it is covering all of the expenses associated with this site directly. And again, as I mentioned before, we're using Kylie's.com, which is my own software company. So we're saving on that. And we're also using Ahrefs, which I'm still paying for through my software company because we were using it before. So it wouldn't make much sense to get out a separate subscription when we already have one. So those are some of the things that we're using to save money. But if not, we'll be spending a little over $100 a month. So we would just be under break even and approaching profitable levels with this website. In the last video, I mentioned how we're looking for partners that will write content for us, like content marketing agencies that will work with us. We find the guest post opportunities. They write the content, insert some of their links. We insert our own links and we submit it and everyone's happy, right? So we were able to find a partner, but I wasn't really happy with the quality of articles. I had to do a lot of editing. I had to do a lot of going back and forth with them. And it seemed, I wasn't even sure that I was using a native English speaker because of some of the mistakes that they were making. So that really turned me off. So I used them for a couple guest posts, articles. I did so much work. It was almost like I was rewriting the article. I was going back and forth with them. I had to make some silly corrections, things like that. So I decided that they weren't the best partner for us at this time. So we're still on the lookout for that. And apart from that, our major link building strategy has simply been guest posting, outreach, and partnerships. Sometimes link exchanges, but not very often, because if you do it too much, or if that's the pillar of your link building strategy, then you can get a Google slap because it's frowned upon. It's actually against their terms of service, but Google doesn't run the internet. I can do whatever I want because it is actually my website, right? So that's their business. But anyways, you don't want to create too many patterns or whatever, because since it's violating their terms of service, they can choose to de-index your website, and that would be a problem. So anyways, we're not doing that too much. We're doing it a bit, but really we're just creating guest post placements. We're creating insightful pitches based on our own expertise in the niche, and we're sending out to publishers and they're approving it. Whether they have a guest posting area on their website, like write for us, advertise for us or not, we're still pitching them. And let me say about 30% of the time it gets accepted. And I'm pitching about 15 to 20 websites a week. And I'm pretty busy with just writing content for these websites. So I haven't started outsourcing them because the website isn't producing revenue yet. So what I'm doing is I'll create an outline and I'll work on it a bit, probably write about 500 words to really flesh out the outline. Then I'll hand it off to my own content writer, which is part of my company. So I'm cheating a bit in that regards. So once they're done with it, they send it back to me. I edit it, add some links in, and I send it off to the publisher. It's not as good as having a partner do it for us because, those are resources that are meant to be used for my other company, and I'm kind of siphoning the resources for this blog, this affiliate marketing case study, this affiliate marketing blog that I started. But eventually the blog, I'm sure, will be making well over the amount that I'll use to hire full-time writers, full-time SEO expert, all those things. So I can sit back, pay them their salary, collect the profit. My partner and I will collect the profit, use it to open another site, or, go on vacations across the world, whatever the case may be. So that's it for our affiliate marketing case study for this month. I hope that you're excited about the progress as much as I am. You're able to see behind the scenes, understand the kind of strategies we're using. And really, there's no rocket science here. Like, people will make you feel like it's really difficult. It's really this, it's really that, but it's not. It's really simple. When you know what you're doing, you get progress, and the timelines that you set for yourself, you can actually hit them because you're able to properly assess niches. You're able to properly assess competition. You're able to properly assess your ability to outpace the competition, to compete in the niche, to build links, to create content. So it's no longer a guessing game, and it's no longer, let me see what happens. It's really just a business, as it should be. You're putting X amount of time, X amount of dollars in, and your return on investment should be X by this time frame, right? So if you've enjoyed this video, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next case study and the next video. Daniel out.